Hello everybody! Today I'll be attempting to make a Wicked / Wizard of Oz cake. This is going to be a two-part video because it was so long. This cake took a week to make. I'm starting off by making the actual cake. I made 4 layers of red velvet cake. So I basically had to make 2 of these because I didn't have enough the first time. Everyone says red velvet cake is just like chocolate cake with red food dye, but really it's kind of just a light chocolate cake. There's only 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder in here and vinegar. There was vinegar in here and it sizzled while I was mixing it. It sounded like Pop Rocks. And I mixed it kind of aggressively because my camera kind of fell. It was very annoying. It just kind of kept falling. And all this red food dye was a lot of red food dye. It just looked like a puddle of blood. Now I put these cakes inside the cake pans and then put them in the oven at 350 for, the recipe said 30 minutes, but really it was like 45 minutes. It just depends on your oven. Then as they were baking, I made the cream cheese buttercream frosting. I only use cream cheese frosting for red velvet. That's just the way the world works. And there were people over while I was making this, and my brain was like all over the place. It was a disaster. It was a mess. But I did it. I made it, guys. But this one, I kind of just whipped it up quickly because this is only like the crumb coating. And now, once that's done, set it aside and put your cakes in the freezer. Honestly, I was doing a little experiment. I was trying to see which one works better, if it's like frozen first or if I should do it straight out of the oven, like leveling the cakes. And it works better leveling the cakes when they come right out of the oven. But now I'm stacking up the cakes. This is the next day. And honestly, I don't have anything else to say for this part. This part, it's just so pretty. I've never made anything this pretty before. Just a moment of silence, please. Okay, we're all done. No more. Finish the crumb coat, and I'm putting it in the freezer overnight. While I do that, I'm making a huge batch of buttercream for me. Like, I've never made this much buttercream in my life, and I don't have a stand mixer that works. So this was really hard to do with my hand mixer. You'll see why in a second. And again, I don't really measure when it comes to like frosting and stuff because I've been baking for 9 years, so I kind of just eyeball it. But this was such a big batch that it crawled up.
Oh, shoot.
So now I'm separating the frosting. I'm separating the frosting into different colors for the cake. And this is the first time I had ever made black buttercream before, and I was kind of scared that it wasn't going to work because I don't think I told you guys what this cake was for. It's for my other grandma's birthday. A month ago was my mom's mom. Now it's my dad's mom's birthday. Yeah, and she loves Wizard of Oz, so I decided to do like a Wicked / Wizard of Oz themed cake for her. I thought that would be really cute. It actually turned out pretty okay. But now I'm separating, that's the Glinda side, if you couldn't tell by the pink. And this is alphabet. I think that's how you say it. All the people in my house keep saying alphabet. I'm not going to tell you what the rest of these colors are for, and I'm not going to show you a picture of it. Haha. You have to wait. Part 2 coming out next week. Anyways, I'm making red now. There's me showing you. But here are all the colors together. Can you guess what I'm doing with them? No, you cannot. Now it's time to frost one side of the cake. And if you couldn't tell which side by now, you're probably colorblind. It's Glinda! Or Glinda. Whatever you want to say. But there's my gorgeous cake again. And I'm decorating it with this pink frosting. And honestly, this is kind of hard. Because the pink was so sheer, it was very hard to smooth out. But it's Alphaba's turn. And make sure you let the other side freeze first. Because I left mine in for a very long time, and that really helped. But honestly, it doesn't matter what the middle of the cake looks like, because I'm going to cover it with some fondant anyway. So just don't freak out about that. That's easier said than done, because I knew I was covering it with fondant, and I still freaked out about it. So, you know what? Freak out! And in my opinion, this side looked a lot better than the pink side anyway, because it wasn't as sheer as the pink. But I still had to go in and fix it later. Now I'm trying to work on the fondant part, which can you guess? Guess what I'm making? It's the yellow brick road, guys! It's the yellow brick road. And this was actually really fun to make. I really liked making this. Except the fondant is like really sticky because, you know, it's made out of marshmallow. But other than that, it was like really fun to make. I like putting little details in the fondant and making it look like a brick. But actually right now it kind of looks like a pasta, like raw pasta dough. And I let it sit for a little bit. You don't have to do that. Anyways, the next day, again, this cake took a week, like I said. And because the fondant was sitting in, like, a ball for so long, I had to, like, redo it. I had to activate. I don't know what the word is, but I had to knead it again. There it is. I found it. I had to knead it again to make it soft, and then I rolled it out into like a strip and cut it like that. And then I just added a bunch of detail until I thought it looked good. Tune in next week for part 2. Bye!